Hello. I am at a new location this evening. I'm at my aunt's house who passed away. My other aunt, her older sister, my mom's older sister as well, she now lives here to help take care of my grandma and my cousin Brent. And the energy has been feeling quite interesting tonight. It's just me and Luna. My aunt and grandma and them are my cousin dog sits, so she goes to like crazy places that have like in-ground pools and hot tubs and all of that, so she can invite people. Like the people, she's been doing it for so long, people don't care when my family comes and like stays at their really nice house. So they're doing that for a few days, and I was just coming over here for the night to help take care of the dog. And it's so funny because I literally already recorded like a 30-minute reading, and something was just feeling off when I got to a certain part. And then I was like, oh, right, that reading was for me. Like, literally listening to it, I was just like myself to myself, reading myself out loud. And literally it was 7 cards in before I realized that. So, and y'all know I'm long-winded. So I just feel like, oh, okay, interesting. Would have loved that heads up before, but hey, a part of that reading, I was reading to myself and without knowing. And one of the parts I was talking about this, like being here at my aunt's house, either one, whichever way you want to take that. But my aunt that's dead, her energy is very strong here. And there is still bits and pieces of her here, like certain things that she had, like all of the furniture. And this is like a full mahogany wood, like, I don't know. She had a lot of bougie stuff. There's a fireplace that has rhinestones all over it and mirrors. Okay. Tufted green chaise lounge, or no, full couch. So sorry. So like my other aunt that lives here now, you can see that says gather. That was not my Aunt Tab's vibe. And I can just like feel her energy being like, it's tacky. It's tacky. I love her, but it's tacky. So the energy has been very interesting tonight, but one of the realizations that I realized is ideally this is what it's going to look like when I'm at my apartment. Like Luna and Donald would be asleep. I could do stuff at night if I needed to, or early in the morning, and I wouldn't have to worry about like my parents. I wouldn't have to worry about waking up Luna or Donald, because she's like, my aunt's house is very long, so she's like halfway on the other side of the house. She can't hear me. And like in the basement at my parents, there's the wall and it's like in a basement, so it's like a barely even drywall. I think that thing was like made in the 70s. So a lot different, right? I can't just like do this. And I had a crazy huge burp. If I can figure out how to edit it in, I will. But it was so long and deep, like after once I said that, and I was like, oh, confirmation for me for real of like that's happening. And funny enough, I told you guys that I was applying for the apartment this weekend, and I am applying. Life gets way too hectic with a 1-year-old, so when you have plans, don't think you're gonna have the plans. So I'm like, okay, fuck, like I'll just do it tomorrow or like whatever day when I go back home. And I was telling my husband that, and he was like, yeah, like we have to this week, like I'm feeling really good, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I feel pretty good too. So I was driving back here because I had to drop Donald off. We only have one car. And interesting. Okay, confirmation. I will keep that card. Anywho, I was driving and I was like, universe, give me a sign. I want to see 42 blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you know what? No, I see 42 all the time. So I was like, or 24 or whatever. And I was like, show me a green, like, car. Like, show me a green car. Because where I'm at, green is not a very popular color. Very much red, white, black, silver, right? Like, very basic lineup. Some of the newer cars, obviously, different colors, but you don't really see the green anywhere. And I'm driving. And I'm kind of looking out for it. I'm like, okay, like, is it here? Is it there? It was not. Not as I was driving forward. But funny enough, there was this billboard that I was looking to my left on the other side of the freeway. And a green Bronco drives right by as I'm like glancing down to like look back into my lane. And I'm like, okay. Because I asked Spirit, like, is applying this week the best thing for me to do? And that was a very loud yes. And I already knew it was a yes. I did. But sometimes I like to have fun with Spirit, with the universe. Like, hey, show me for real. Show me something real, right? Like, and I know all of us get confirmations like over and over and over again, like all the time. But sometimes you're like, did I really just call that in? Was I right? And you were. And that's what's so fucking cool about it. Years later, there's still moments where the universe like blows my mind. I'm like, oh, that's why I went through that? That's why I had that? This is why that happened? Insane. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Oh. All right. Cool. Oh. There was 3. Okay. Well, we have an even number, so we'll start with that. There's 8 cards here. I really wasn't trying to let this be a long reading, but hey, Spirit's got something to say, so let's get right into it. Also, give me a second. I did not take a water break, and my water bottle was holding the phone. Because though I am a certified yapper, I still get parched. Shout out Elise, because she always says that. Because I always just say I'm thirsty. She's like, I'm parched. Love you, boo. So, moving right into it. The first card that came out, like, when I was shuffling earlier, that fell out was the Hermit. So, self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, withdrawal, solitude, search for self. Search for self? Yes. I know some of you guys are in your Saturn return in Aries. And depending on like the house, it could represent different things that it is going to do in your life for your Saturn return. Because mine was about home and family. Interesting. But I know some of you are working with self. And it's been rough. Okay? Because the Hermit, the way that this is depicted, is this woman. Oh, come on. Get in focus. Well, anyway. So you see the woman's in the trench coat and there's rain. And she's got the flashlight. She's not having a good time. She's not having a good time. This self-reflection period has not been great. It has not been great. But the searching for yourself in the solitude is on purpose. That's part of that whole like butterfly cocooning, right? you do have to cocoon yourself and kind of cut yourself off and really look deep within and start healing and doing that kind of work, but also trying to like pick up those pieces. That shit gets heavy. It is heavy, right? Especially like when you release it and then you realize like, oh, okay, well, I gotta like put it together. I gotta put it somewhere, right? Like I can let that go, but how deep did I let it go? And that's why there is different cocoon phases, right? Like there's that first rip of the Band-Aid, like when you first jump in to like doing this kind of healing, where you're like, oh my God, yes, like this makes so much sense. And then you're like, oh, like you're crying, and then you're happy, and then you're sad, and then you like get in these ruts and all of this, right? And the turnaround time before versus the turnaround time now, you got to give yourself grace on that, because before something would go wrong, it would take me almost a year. I'm not even lying. I disassociate for a whole fucking year. I've done it. And you're like, okay, so now it takes you like a week, a month, a day, an hour, whatever it is, right? And you don't realize how much you've grown, because when you're in it, it doesn't feel good. But when you get out of it, it feels so much better. And that is like what we're going into, is getting out of it. Because the moon here, you see how there's like this pathway and it's like lit up? Like your path is lighting up and you know it. You're just like trying to find the steps to like get on the path so you don't fall off of it. You know what I mean? Like you're not trying to backtrack at all. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to make this successful. But the problem is this, right? You got to let go of some shit. You got to work through some shit, like through the hermit. You have to go through this phase so that this next phase is going to be so much better. Like anything that you're ever manifesting and calling in, just know, always add a little something in there, and so much more that I don't even expect. Like little tidbits like that, universe loves to use it. Because let me tell you, the universe will blow your mind of how great it could actually be. Like your wildest dreams are a reality, because they're not just dreams. You know, like some people have very big aspirations. Some people don't. Some people are right in the middle. Wherever you're at, it doesn't matter. Whatever is wild and amazing for you, that's what you need to focus on. And you have to follow your intuition, because that's what the moon is, right? Is following that path yourself, right? It's you listening to your higher self, realizing the closer that you get, the more you become them. You are your higher self. You are your higher self. Your higher self is not like a different person. Like, you know that, right? And I say that like that because I'm having realizations myself, okay? Your higher self is just you. It's not a new bitch. It is, right? Like it is a new person, but it's not you. You know? Like you're not seeing someone completely different. It's you in an elevated version of you. But it's still you. You are your intuition. You are your higher self. You are a part of the universe. You are a part of that power. And following your instincts is not just for survival. It is also for living, true living. Because following the instincts for survival is natural, right? That's a part of this like whole structure here, is what will you do to survive? And that doesn't matter what you are, right? If you're an animal, person, whatever, like that's bare bones. But when you actually use it to start living, that's what changes it, right? Like, oh, I don't have to survive this. I get to live this. I get to wake up and make my favorite coffee every single day. And it's always right. because I have eyeballs, Dunkin' Donuts, and many other coffee chains that I've been to trying to order an iced coffee with almond milk and a little sweetener seems like it's too hard. It's fine. Let me come back. I'm coming back. But you know what I mean, right? You get to have this fun life living it, right? But if you're not enjoying what you're doing right now, then how can you pull yourself closer to enjoying the life that you truly want? And it is the little things that get there. Excuse me. Confirmation. It is about the little things. And I feel like you are frustrated about the little things. And I get it. I do. But let me be honest. Step by step, right? That is how you're going to get to where you want to be without you being exhausted. Because you can like zoom up a few flights, right? If there's like 100 flights, sure, you could do like 10. I couldn't even do like 5, if I'm being honest. Like running, I couldn't even do like 5. But let's say you speed through some, but then some you're like super slow, you're dragging. That is a part of life. Those are a part of the steps. You can jump, right? Like quantum leaping, jumping, those things are real. But if you can't even handle, I'm sorry, I can like literally see my aunt like staring at me right now being like, I can't believe you're fucking doing this in my house. She wasn't like Christian like that, but she very much was like, she had fun in high school, okay? She grew up in the 80s. She was a rock band, 80s band, like Led Zeppelin, like all of them, her faves, right? This kind of stuff, like, she was a little bit more Karen as she got older. Loved her still. But I can see her being like, witchcraft. Yeah, thanks. Anywho, coming back into focus. You have the sun here. So you following your intuition and living life and taking it step by step, even through the hard shit, it has you have all the happiness, but in a bigger way. You see how the sun is so big on this card? And then we have the sunflowers, we have the unicorn, we have the happy child. Like, everything's going to come together. The more that you go, all the steps that you start taking, the little ones, the big ones, the annoying ones, the depressing ones, the painful ones, like all of that shit, you got to take it. You got to take it to get to this happiness. And you don't have to think about it in a way of like, why don't I have it? It's, oh, so what can I do to enjoy this season of my life right now? Because like, no, it's not what you want. It's not. And that's okay. But there is still stuff to enjoy. Though it is in the shitter, right? Even though it doesn't feel great, it doesn't mean that there's still not things to look forward to, right? Like having a fun conversation or watching a good movie or hanging out with a friend or just something simple. Like, oh yeah, I did really have a good night. Or yeah, that day was so good. Like my latte was perfect. I caught all green lights. Like just take a little something. Even when it feels hard to. Because those pockets I got a pocket full of sunshine, that's in my head, but the Emma Stone version from Easy A, like when she keeps opening it up, that's what I hear in my head. But like, you have to take the pockets of sunshine to get to the big sunshine of finally getting into that life that you're truly manifesting and desiring. Because if that's truly what you want, right? Whatever it is that you want, if that's truly what you want and is going to make you happy, your higher self already has it. And remember, you are your higher self. So you have it. That's why you want it so bad. That's why it won't go away. And it's not meant to, because it's a part of this process. And that's what you want. And that's what you want right now. Let's say another 5 years, another 10 years goes by and something changes. That's okay. That's a part of the living. You don't have to worry about anything other than right ahead of you, right? That's what the steps are for. You worry about the step that is right in front of you. Because when you start thinking about floors and levels and leaps and elevators and blah, 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 like, it takes you out of the loop. It takes you out. You're not focused. And Spirit wants you to be focused. Even through the hard, the harder it is, the better it is, right? Not saying that that should be like the only way that you get good things. No. But like in this season right now, that's what that's saying. Like in this season right now, like, yeah, there is some hard shit that you're going through. And it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's physical, it's mental. Like, it's a lot of layers. And not only are you still have to like live life, you have to exist, right? You have to go to work, you go to family events, it's summertime, hanging out, barbecues, whatever, graduations. There's so much stuff going on. And then the layer of work and dealing with your work friends. And then if you have partners, right? And you're dealing with your significant other and you're like, or for me, I live at home with my parents. Like, I don't want to deal with them, right? So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of shit. But also, there is good shit coming. And I know it doesn't feel like it, but it is. Okay, next card is Page of Swords reversed. This says... This says scatterbrained, cynical, sarcastic, gossipy, insulting, rude, poor planner. Insulting and rude are coming out. Poor planner for a smidge, and I'll explain that briefly. You are insulting and rude to yourself. Because I keep seeing like a person standing in the mirror, like looking at themselves. That one meme where like the guy's like looking at the mirror. But it's definitely like you standing in the mirror looking at yourself because you insult yourself. You're rude to yourself. You look at yourself and you don't say kind words. You do things to yourself that are very rude, right? Like, oh, I'm not gonna whatever floss tonight. I don't know. But you know you feel better when you floss. Like, that's really rude that you wouldn't do that for yourself. Right? Like, but the insults, that's what I'm really seeing. Like, I'm seeing the mouth and my throat's like getting a little stopped up. It's definitely you saying things to yourself. Calling yourself stupid or fat or ugly or annoying or too much, too little, whatever. Like, oh, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did that. Like, even those small little things, your brain does not realize if that's sarcastic or not, for real. Like, on a subconscious level, you're believing it in some way, right? And I just feel like the way that this is like feeling, like my throat is like really getting dry. Like, whatever you're saying to yourself, there is a part of you that is believing that. You are believing it in some way, shape, or form. Whether if you feel it or not, there is a part of you that is feeling that. That childlike you believing it. I see the number 10. Maybe you were like 10, 11. And like, that's the version of you that believes it when you say that stuff. So if you really want to like heal that version of you, I think you need to just start speaking to them so much better. Because like my heart is like fluttering. Like, it feels like when you stop speaking that way, it helps open up your heart. Yeah, like, I want to cry. I really want to cry. Yeah, that version of you really needs you to stop talking about them. Because whew, your heart is going to open up like so much. Certain relationships and certain kinds of loves, and we're just talking like romantic here, you know, like friendships and family and significant others or nieces, nephews, children, whatever, right? Like it just opens it on such a deeper layer when you are speaking kind words. Because sticks and stones do break your bones, but words do hurt you. They lied. They do hurt. And that version of you is just like, I've had enough. Like, I don't want to hear that anymore. Like, it sucks. Like, I already believe that deeply. And you're just looking for someone to pull you out and tell you that you're not that. But you're that person, right? You are your higher self. You are that person. It's not someone different. It's not like a completely different being, your higher self. It's not. It's you, just an elevated version of you, because the version of you that you're doing right now is doing that hard work, that hard phase that your higher self already went through. But your higher self needed you to go through this, right? Because you can't be there without being here. Whatever is going on in between there, I don't know. But like, you can't get here without this. Okay, Five of Pentacles. It says hardship, loss, isolation, feeling abandoned, adversity, struggle, unemployment, disgrace. Loss is really sticking out. Isolation, feeling abandoned. Those are all really sticking out. I think those kind of tap on to that emotion of that last card of like that version of you, that like 10-year-old, 12-year-old self. They really feel so abandoned. Like they feel abandoned by everybody because all they're hearing is the bad and they're not hearing enough good, right? The bad is outweighing the good. And that is what this emotion is like coming through as. But the loss, the two women are walking away. And that's you, right? Like you've been through a lot of loss and you're finally like walking away, but it's still hard, you know? Like you're walking away and that's good, but it's hard. This shit's hard. We also have Page of Wands in reverse, which is hasty, impatient, lacking ideas, prone to tantrums, lazy, boring, unreliable, and distracted. Distracted is really sticking out. Prone to tantrums is really sticking out. Luna's been like throwing a fit all day today. So that's why that's like really sticking out. But impatient as well is sticking out. You're really impatient at this point of your journey. And like, I get it. This shit's hard. This shit is fucking hard. But it does start feeling better. It does start getting easier, right? Like we are in this space together and we're like having these chats and we're talking and we're doing the work, and there's some stuff that I'm about to roll out that I think is really going to be great for you guys too. But it's like, okay, we're building this space, we're building this community, we're like helping one another along. Amazing. But there's still so many internal battles that all of us have that not necessarily we're sharing the fullest, deepest layer of capacity, right? And like, that's totally fine. But we're still sharing and we're still holding space and we're still being there for one another. But the real point here is when you lose something, confirmation of what I just said. Oh, sorry. Whew. But when you lose something, right? No matter what people say when they say that they want to be alone, that's not true. Not for us humans, right? We want to have that comfort. We want to be taken care of. We want to be held. And we don't necessarily get that from the people that we necessarily want that from, right? It could be your significant other, your parents, siblings, random ex, I don't know. But like whoever you're looking for that from and you're not getting that, you have to realize that you can give your own self comfort in that loss by doing stuff like this, like being a part of the community and like sharing stuff that you can get off your chest and have a place to be like safe, to feel held, to feel seen, to really like have a space where you can be you. Like if you don't have that, especially if you don't have that with like anybody, but if you do have that, but it's kind of like hard in person or whatever, that's what this is for, right? And you're being a little impatient about getting to that next phase. But you have to feel the loss. You have to. Like you can't just jump past it. Like I keep looking down, like when this was in reverse, but when it's in the upright, like you cannot do this. You can't leap over your emotions. I've already tried. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I think that is like another issue as well, right? Is you want to jump over the emotion, and that's where you're very impatient and probably prone to tantrums because you want to jump over it. And you're throwing fits of like, oh, why can't I just have it right now? I just want it right now. Right now. But good news. You have the Fool in the upright, baby. So it's good. New beginnings, freedom, adventure, right? Just the new start. So excited. And funny enough, the way that I have this set up, I have 4 on top and 4 on the bottom. The sun is right on top of the Fool. So it was sitting like this for me. And the 2 cards before it was really emotional. And then it's right into the happiness. Confirmation. 242. Confirmation again. This shit is shit. Okay? It sucks. Like, I know we all share, right? And obviously I'm coming from my experience here. Like, dealing with the shit with my parents every single day is fucking exhausting. I feel like I'm in the middle of a field and I'm like trying to like heal my broken leg with like sticks or something. And people keep shooting at me or stuff keeps blowing up or falling out of the sky or whatever. Like every moment when I'm trying to like really heal and like get it together, boom. Boom. Like, I feel like I can't catch a break. Like, why does it have to feel so hard? Like, why do I have to feel that emotion? Why? It's frustrating, you know? Because it's like, okay, well, I don't want to feel it because I know how bad it sucks. And I push it down for a reason. But that happiness, those new beginnings, the sunshine and rainbows, success, love, life, whatever it is that you want to do, travel, like, you have to go through this shit to get there. And honestly, the best reason I could give you is to build a stronger foundation for whatever big, beautiful thing that's coming for you. Because I don't even think you realize how great this next phase is actually going to be. Like, you know, right? You're like, yes, it's going to be so much better than this. But like, you don't even know. Like, spirit can surprise us. Especially when you're manifesting and you write in like a little sweet teaser at the end of like, I'm manifesting X, Y, and Z. I'm living this life. I'm this, I'm that. But then you move right into, oh, it's going to be so much better. Like, it's going to be even better than what I thought. If I write in this little teaser of like, make it, have there be more magic, have me have more fun, have me have something that I least expected happen, or whatever. Just adding in a little razzle dazzle into your manifestations of like, surprise me. I want to see how good it actually can get. Because, like, yeah, what you're thinking, you're like, yeah, this would be enough. Like, I would be so happy. I would feel so good. But in that, like, when you're really letting the universe surprise you, make things so much better than what you've ever imagined, your wildest dreams, better than your wildest dreams, like, that's what this feels like. Like, it made me confused for a second there. I lost my train of thought. I brought it back, though. But that's what this feels like, you know? But Eight of Swords, you have to let go. And you're trapped. You're restricted. Because you're at this point of, like, where you don't want to feel it, but you don't have other layers anymore to like go through. Like, you have gone through a lot of layers, and like you get to a certain level and it's like, yep, you gotta feel it, you gotta handle it, you gotta deal with it, even if you don't want to. But that's what gets you closer to where you need to be, because that higher version of yourself, they've just been through more shit, they know more shit. That's the biggest difference. And then they believed in themselves, they worked on themselves. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Bad luck. Clinging to control. You're definitely clinging to control of, like, it has to look this way. It's not going to look that way. Just hate to break it to you. Delays. Then we also have Seven of Pentacles. Unfinished work. Procrastination. Impatient again. The High Priestess in reverse. Intuition. I'm sorry, repressed intuition. Hidden motives. Confusion. It's definitely repressed intuition. Yeah, that's what this feels like. So, leaving off at the Fool, like that happiness, those good vibes, right? But then we have the Eight of Swords. If you stay trapped and restricted, like if you stay in these binds, in these blindfolds, on this wheel, bad luck, delays, unfinished work, procrastination, repressed intuition, right? All of those things are coming. That is what the next step would be if you try to skip these other steps. Like, you can't rush to get to the floor that you're trying to get to. You actually have to feel these emotions and let that shit go. Like, for real, for real. Because if you don't, then you'll go right back into the cycle. Like, that's how the cycle is built. I just see like a clock and like wheels like turning, but like they're doing like this, and it's like, that's just how it's built. Like, you have to go through that to get to that. Like, there is pockets and moments where you can like have leaps, but certain things require certain lessons. This one jumped. Temperance reverse. This is the end. Temperance reverse. Imbalance. Excess. Extremes. Imbalance is obviously the main one. If you stay feeling like you want to leap and not trust yourself and not use this time to actually be kinder heal those different versions of yourself on a deeper layer, because they're never truly gone, right? Your like childhood self, your teenage self, your young adult self, like they're never truly gone. They're a part of you. Avatar Last Airbender, you know how like the avatars like always show up for Aang, like when he looks back, that's just you. They're still there, but to become stronger, they have to become stronger. But there's stuff that they still have to get out. And step by step, layer by layer. It's not like, oh, I healed all of my childhood trauma. Now I'll deal with my teenage. Now I'll deal with this. Like some stuff you bounce around, but it always comes back to where the past versions, right? Your avatars, they still have to share their story, and they have to be seen, they have to be heard, they have to be felt. And then that way they can move on, because when they were there, they didn't feel any of those things in those moments. And now to get to where you're trying to go, you got to feel and deal with all of this, right? And like where you're at right now, this isn't a forever. This is just a right now. And really keep track of those like really genuine, small gratitude little moments of like, yeah, I was stuck in traffic today, but I got my favorite latte or whatever. And my favorite restaurant had a sale and I got, 4 tacos for $3 or whatever it is, right? Like just taking those little moments, writing them down, taking those in as like, yeah, like this is what life is about. Like life is about stopping and smelling the roses for real. Shelby told me and Elise that this week. But yeah, you have to stop and smell the roses. Like just because life isn't what you want right now, it's okay. It's okay. We are moving forward. And at that, I'm going to leave it. It's getting late and this video is hella long. So I'm so sorry, but Spirit was just rolling through me today. I cannot wait to really get into this Leo season energy. I really hope that this reading resonated for you guys. Let me know what resonated. What are the vibes? What are we feeling? But I am excited to go through Leo season and really just keep this fire going. Though it is a little hectic, we are making it work. Bye, guys.